Hello artists, yay! It is time to start a clay project. I hope you're excited. I know that I am. All right, let's look at some of the tools we'll be using. The tools on the right, those are blending tools. The one on the left, that's called a potter's needle, and it is sharp. So it is very important that you use this tool responsibly. All right, it's very good for using it to score or to draw lines in our clay. Make sure that's how it gets used. All right, and when you put it away, please put the sharp end down so that nobody accidentally gets poked as they're reaching for a clay tool. We're also going to use slip. That's a mixture of water and clay, and it acts like glue when we are attaching pieces of clay together, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. All right, so I'm going to take a lump of clay and I'm going to roll it into a ball. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want it to be pretty smooth. Then I'm going to take my thumb and stick it into the middle of the clay, and I'm going to start pinching. I'm turning and pinching, turning and pinching. You guessed it, we are making a pinch pot. Well, we're starting with a pinch pot anyway. We're actually making a monster, but we're going to use this as our monster's head. All right, you want the walls of your pinch pot to be not too thin, but not too thick. I'm going to squish it a little bit so it looks a little bit more like a mouth. You guys will have designed your monsters in your sketchbook, so you're going to know what your monsters are supposed to look like. I'm going to take a smaller ball of clay and roll it into a ball. And then I'm going to use that potter's needle and I'm going to slice that in half. Now we need to attach these to the clay, and we need them to stick there even when the clay dries. So here's what we're going to do. We use some of the slip. It's a little bit slimy, but it does the job. We take our potter's needle and we draw these lines in here on both pieces. That's called scoring. And then I add the slip. And then once I've got those sort of squished on there gently, I'm going to use my blending tool. So when I'm attaching things with clay, I always remember the three words: score, slip, blend. All right, score, slip, blend. Those are three very important words when you're working with clay. I'm just using the sponge to smooth out the edges just a little bit, and the blending tool to make sure that those eyes are really well attached. All right, so you can add all kinds of different, ears and antlers and horns and things like that. In this case, I'm adding little ears. And again, I am going to remember those three words. I'm going to start by scoring, slip, and then I'm going to score the other ear, add the slip, and then I'm going to use my blending tool to blend those on there. All right, score, slip, blend. It's very important. If you don't score, when your clay dries, those pieces will probably fall off. The same is true with the slip. If you don't add the slip, the pieces may easily fall off as the clay dries. All right, so you're gonna add all kinds of different little accessories to your monster: arms, legs, well, maybe not legs, but feet for sure, maybe a tail or horns. That's up to you. Just remember to score, slip, blend. I know you're gonna get tired of me saying those three words, but hopefully they'll stick in your head when you are attaching your clay pieces together. You can add little details. I'm giving my guy a little thumb there, and I'm gonna draw some eyelids on him, and I'm gonna give him a little like cat eye kind of slits in his eyes there. All right, I think I'm gonna add one more detail. That's gonna be these feet. And again, I'm scoring. Yes, I'm saying this again, slipping. And then I'm going to blend those pieces on there. All right. When it's all done and dry and ready to go in the kiln, this is what my monster looks like. I can't wait to find out what yours are gonna look like. All right, start designing those monsters.